Alright, guys, today it is an episode of Club Review, and today I'm going to look at Tottenham Hotspur, which is a bit of an interesting team, I suppose, this season. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so Spurs' form has been interesting, I guess. They started off the season with 10 games in the league under Nuno Espirito Santo. Won 5 and lost 5, drew 0. They won the first 3, but I think there was a feeling about that they weren't playing very well. They got a really good win against Man City, beating them 1-0 through a goal from Heung-min Son, which I mean is a great result. And you can't ask for more from Santo and his Nuno in his first game. And then they beat Watford and Wolves, I think, 1-0. And I mean, they're good results, but I don't think Spurs fans felt as though they played very well. And yeah, they went on a poor run after that, really. But since Conte's come in, they've been unbeaten in 8 games in the Premier League. However, as good as that sounds, they haven't actually played a big team yet, really, considering that when they did play Liverpool and they did draw 2-2 at home against Liverpool, which usually is a good result. Liverpool didn't have any of their starting midfield playing that day. I think they had Tyler Morton, James Milner, Naby Keita, which, you know, is not a strong midfield. They went on a decent run in the EFL Cup, beating Wolves on penalties, Burnley and West Ham, and then in the semi-finals just the last week, they put in a couple of poor performances really against Chelsea, so they're out of that. And they've also sort of given up on the UEFA Conference League. I mean, don't blame them really. They didn't even play the final game. But yeah, that's their form recently. Okay, so their starting 11, really, like that when everyone's fit, is, for me, this is what I would pick. Hugo Lloris in goal. I don't think that's even like a decision to be made there. I mean, he's still a very good goalkeeper, even at the age of, I think he's 34 now. He's a Tottenham legend. No more needs to be said. Back 3 of Christian Romero, Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez. Eric Dyer's really stepped up his game since Conte's come in. And I think Sanchez has as well. He's been good in recent weeks as well. Romero's currently injured, but he's a very good defender even in the few occasions he has played for Tottenham, he has played quite well. Like midfield 4, I guess, but 2 of them are wing backs, aren't they? Emerson Royale. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Emerson Royal, but who else is there really? There's Matt Doherty, who, you know, hasn't been anywhere near as good for Tottenham as he was for Wolves a couple of years ago. And then in the middle, Højbjerg and Winks. Winks, I think, has become good again. He's had a couple of seasons after a good start when he broke into the Tottenham team. He's had a couple of seasons where he's just been, you know, 6 out of 10 literally every week. But he's become a better player under Conte, I think. Reguilon at left wing back again. He's only had a couple of games under Conte because of injury, but when he has played, he's played very well. And then up front, he doesn't even need to be debated. Lucas Moura, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, even if Harry Kane has been in poor form this season, he's pretty much their only out-and-out striker, to be honest. So yeah, that's definitely, for me, the best starting 11. Okay, so Antonio Conte, the manager, I think is a superb manager when he's dealt with in the correct way, which I think Daniel Levy may not back him enough, and it could be a situation of the same thing will happen what happened at Inter Milan a few months ago, where he doesn't get any money to spend on transfers, and then he ends up leaving the club because, you know, he's not being supported by the owners. And I think whilst the football isn't the most exciting, it's like he's definitely steadied the ship at Tottenham because I think he's got better results than Nuno since he's come in as well. But also, I don't think the level of football's even dropped, to be honest, because Nuno played a more expansive formation, I guess, but the football was absolutely dire. I think any Tottenham fan will agree on that. But yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts on Antonio Conte. Okay, so for me, there's three positions in Tottenham's team which I think maybe needs like another player just to either give another option or also provide backup because Tottenham's squad is quite thin on quality. So in goal, I think because Hugo Lloris, I'm not sure. I think his contract might be out in the summer, so they're going to need someone to come in either as backup because Galini is only on loan as well, and he has been quite poor when he has played. So I've gone with Keylor Navas from PSG. Now that might be a bit of a big ask for Tottenham to sign him because he is like a quality goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers over the past decade. Um, won three Champions League trophies in a row, I think. Yeah, because Courtois signed after. So yeah, he would have won three in a row at Real Madrid. And he's even though he's 35 years old, he's still a very good keeper. I'm not sure how much he is playing at PSG. I don't think he's playing every game anymore, so he may be attainable for them. And then I think another centre back is definitely needed because behind Tanganga, Dyer, and Sanchez at the moment, you've only got Joe Rodon and Ben Davies, and Romero isn't even a Tottenham player at the end of the season. It's not been confirmed yet. So I've gone with Ronald Araujo for Barcelona because I think he is a good defender on the few occasions that I've seen him play. A very good passer of the ball. You need that to play for Barcelona, and I think that's now a must when you are playing in the Premier League as well. His tackling statistics are very good, and also he is quite aerially strong as well. So I think he'd be a good addition to the Tottenham team because I still feel that centre back, even with Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez stepping up their levels a bit under Conte, I still feel as though that they need someone else in there as well. And the other position I've gone for is I think because of Harry Kane's poor form this season, I'm not saying replace him at all. He is like a Tottenham legend already. Harry Kane is, and that doesn't even need to be said. It's known fact. But I do feel he needs or Tottenham need a different type of striker or someone to freshen things up a bit. Like you need more than one striker, and that's pretty much what Tottenham have got. One striker. So I've gone with Anthony Martial because he's not getting game time at Man United at all. We know a lot about Martial. He's a very good dribbler. He's versatile. He can play in the striker position. He can play on the left as well. He's very creative and also has a very good shot on him. He can shoot from distance and he's good at close range finishing too. So I think he would be a good signing for Tottenham as well. Okay, so to summarise, I think Tottenham they're not doing too badly now this season. Conte's definitely steadied the ship, and at the moment it looks like they'll probably get Europa League. They might push for top four. In fact, I think they will push for top four, but I think they might just miss out. So I think they'll get Europa League. But considering how poor it was, not in terms of results in particular, but in terms of how poor the football was at the start of the season, I think Conte's doing well, and I think I'll give them a 6 out of 10 for how they're doing at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.